Yo, what is going on? This is About It. Welcome to the show again. I am your host, as always, Ant Lomi. I got all three of the co-hosts with me. I got Alex, Isaac, and Breon.
Yes, sir.
Because
It's
he's
good,
cruising
bro.
the street and hits the floor.
I am actually almost home, so yeah.
Well, he's still in the 6'4".
I run the streets, dog.
So we just been catching up and everything because I think this is our first time talking in well over a week as a unit. How's everybody doing?
I'm good,
Good,
bro.
dog.
I'm good.
I'm
Yeah,
officially
good.
COVID free, so there's good news for you.
Nice.
Attaboy. Yes, sir.
Beat COVID, ladies and gentlemen. I have beat COVID.
Yay!
Put it in the yes lock.
I just put it.
Call it Batista because it tapped out of WrestleMania.
Call it.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Here, I
Was
just said. I
COVID in
just
the
put
wheelchair? Huh?
Well, go
Stop!
ahead, Brian.
Not the
No, I
wheelchair.
was saying COVID was in the wheelchair. Like, I quit.
I
Had it-
glad
was
to
it-
hear
was it-
okay.
Was it Backlash when Cena and JBL had the I Quit match? Or was it
No, Judgment Day. It was
Judgment Day? And I
Judgment
had to jump from the truck and it was like, wait, Cena, I quit.
And then he.
And then he threw it.
Yeah,
Are you talking
still
about he threw
knocked
him
it
to the
out.
glass?
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, I
Word.
put the
that
video
was
in the
when it
group.
was cool to be a John Cena fan.
I mean, now it's cool to be a Roman Reigns fan, so you know that.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, it's cool
Yeah.
to be a Roman Reigns fan when you're not a bandwagon fan, like a lot of people are.
Okay, Isaac, we know that you've been a fan since day one. No need
I
to
mean,
brag again.
Big dog alert.
I mean, I kept telling people. I was
Crazy thing
telling
is,
people.
he doesn't go by the big dog anymore. He's the head of the table, who literally sits at
Oh,
the
yeah,
head of the
that's right.
table
That's right.
during contract
He's a heel
signings.
now. My bad.
Because like I was watching SmackDown and like he really had to sit at the head of the table. I was like, okay, this is good.
Okay.
Such attention to detail, man. But we got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and hop into the sports. So we first of all, let's talk about the game that we did not talk about last episode. The Browns did something that they haven't done since let's just say we were babies or not born yet.
I mean, we were born yet. We just didn't know anything. But
So basically we were still all getting our diapers changed by our parents.
yes.
Bold of you to assume I know anything now. Sir, I am a professional dumb bitch.
Well, it had to do with your team though.
I pretend not to see it.
Fair enough. I know I have quite a few other friends and family members who are Steelers fans, and they were very much angry. I was going in on my cousin because he made sure to laugh at the fact that the Seahawks got knocked out of the first round. So I was like, so are we not going to agree that both teams are the worst 11 and 14? My fault, 12 and 14s in the league.
I mean, they were the worst. I mean, is it?
I mean, it was between us and them.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are just hate, like, by technicality. The Steelers are like,
What's the technicality? What's the technicality?
you, bro.
I
mean,
feel attacked.
You my boy, but you make the Seahawks seem like Baron Corbin.
What's wrong with Baron Corbin?
He's just the one person I love to hate.
I'm a big Baron Corbin fan.
Exactly.
And that must be why, huh?
Yeah, I mean, and the Steelers.
Well, let's
and I
put
know
it this
too many
way.
Steelers fans. Like I grew up. I was in high school with a lot of Steelers fans. Like,
Well, I worked very closely with one the last 2 years at my job, and then I have one of my cousins that I just like picking with. He's a huge Steelers fan, so it just works like that. But
also, quick caveat: the Ravens released RG3 for some reason.
what?
Why?
Yeah. They put him on waivers.
I'm guessing they're going to go with Tyler Huntley as their backup, which we can go ahead and talk about now because he got some playing time. It's either him or Trace McSorley.
I mean, and well, obviously they like Trace McSorley. I mean,
I mean, he had that one good touchdown throw against the Steelers, and I guess everybody was hopping on his nutsack. And he has that song that I didn't know was a song until I saw it on TikTok.
Wait, what?
He has a song.
What
about him? It's called Trace McSorley. Throw it on the dime, something like that. Oh, so I'm the only one that heard the song. Cool.
I am not on the wrestling corner of TikTok.
That's football.
Trace McSorley is a football.
Why did I say wrestling? Football. I am not on football TikTok. I am balls deep in cosplay TikTok, and that has its own drama.
I'm in so many different TikToks I cannot keep up.
I am not
Christian
on any. I get
TikTok.
notifications, but
I'm in
when did I make
musician
one?
TikTok. I'm in wrestling TikTok. I'm in sports TikTok. I'm in every kind of political TikTok. I'm like, bruh, can I pick a struggle?
I mostly found myself in sea shanty TikTok, and I don't want to leave.
What the heck?
Sea
I am also on
shanty.
sea shanty TikTok. I've also
that?
ended up on conservative TikTok 3 times this month.
What? Hold on. What is sea shanty TikTok?
Okay,
Questions
so
they need answers.
yeah. All right, so
Yeah,
you know
I
what a
need
sea
answers.
shanty is, right? You ever played Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. All right. You remember at the beginning of SpongeBob when they would play those different tunes at the beginning of episodes?
Yeah.
It's like that. Or have you ever heard the song "What Should We Do with a Drunken Sailor"?
No.
What should we do with drunken sailor? What should we do with drunken
Sailor. Never mind. Never heard the lyrics. Heard the song.
Well, yeah, that's a sea shanty.
I was about to say there is literally nobody who has never heard "What do you do with a drunken sailor?"
So sea shanties are songs.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, y'all kids are so hip these days. I'm just like, nah.
I'm saying you got me over here feeling like I'm a boomer.
Yeah, honestly, dog. I'm like, well, what in the hell you doing with your tactics and your book faces and your mind twitters?
I'm still stuck on MySpace.
No, but I put a
sorry.
song. I put one of the most like viral sea shanty that everybody's talking about. I put it in the group. It's called The Weller Man. There's a I put the original in there and I put the remix in there. So
I meant to send y'all this idiot on that's on sports TikTok. He did
This
the
idiot.
top. Well, he did like the greatest Cowboys of all time. He said the quarterback was Tony Romo. No, he said Dak Prescott. The running back was
the
Ezekiel
greatest?
Elliott. This is his all-time Cowboys list. So his quarterback
Okay.
is Dak Prescott. Running
Wrong.
back is Ezekiel Elliott.
wrong.
Wrong.
His receivers, I want to say he said Dez Bryant
Wrong. I love it, but
and
wrong.
Miles Austin.
Wrong.
Wrong.
The only one I agree with right now is his tight end Jason Witten.
Yeah.
And,
Jason.
and I could see the
Follow
argument
that.
for his defensive player was Dion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well,
And then he ends it off
it's
with,
either
I called it.
It's either Deion Sanders or the Manster Randy White.
The Manster was quite a problem.
Yeah.
So who would y'all since I have my Cowboy fans here, and I'm going to do mine for the Seattle Seahawks, and then we'll get to the rest of the postseason. So who would y'all say as your all-time team?
All right. Quarterback, Roger Staubach.
Okay.
Running back, I can't put it past Emmitt Smith. Yeah, I did say Emmitt Smith or Tony Dorsett, to be honest with you. Although Emmitt Smith did have that game where he played a game with a separated shoulder. So,
Yeah.
wide receiver, I mean, Michael Irvin. I mean, who else? I mean, Drew Pearson, the original 88, but Michael Irvin just upped the ante.
It's something about y'all in 88. Y'all just have some great 88s, don't y'all?
Yeah.
We
And
do.
then you said defensive player, I mean, like I said, the Manster Randy White or Deion Sanders.
I might take D Ware though.
Actually, I was going to say
I was
him
going to say you can't sleep on D Ware.
or I'd even say
20
Roy
sacks
Williams.
season,
Remember our
one Super
safety,
Bowl in
Roy
Denver.
Williams?
He was dope too. Roy Williams was a beast.
Yeah.
So,
I have accepted that my position when watching sports is the person that very much enjoys watching what's going on and getting excited, and it gives me an excuse to not use my indoor voice indoors. But don't ask me about strategies.
Oh, that I found another thing for you to not use my indoor voice, but I'm going to hold on to that because I want to talk about that too. But I know for myself, for Seattle Seahawks, his list was horrible for that too. He was like Russell Wilson for the quarterback, which I will agree with. Russell Wilson is probably the best all-time Seahawks quarterback. We've talked about this. We don't have so many great quarterbacks in our history.
Yeah.
We have Russell Wilson, Matt Hasselbeck, and
Jim Zorn.
Zorn.
And like
For the Lions, though, you did have Steve Largent.
Well, yeah, that's what the thing. That was the issue because he said running back. Running back, he said Marshawn, which I'm not too sure. I would really coin toss between him and Sean Alexander.
I would definitely take Beast Mode. Are you kidding me?
Sean Alexander.
Are you even a Seahawks fan?
No, Sean Alexander had the record before LC had to go and break it for most touchdowns.
So he doesn't have
break 9 tackles and dethrone the champs, did he? Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I don't know. I would keep Marshawn.
Beast Mode would have 2 rings, but
here we go.
We decided to put our hand in.
Here we go. The ad nauseum 2-yard line joke.
I at this point have accepted that like me knowing like fuck all about sports is like a stereotypical it's a girl thing, and it for me it has nothing to do with that. I am just dumb. Like there's song lyrics from the 90s up here. I can't hold the rules for all the sports that I find enjoyable. The only sports rule that I hold in my head is that in hockey, you guys can punch each other as much as you want unless you take your gloves off. Then the referee has to stop you from punching each other.
That's a legit rule?
I think it is, because my friends and I used to go to the Admirals game. The Admirals? Not the Admirals. Yes.
Yeah, they were
the Admirals. We used to go to their games, and like there would be fights on the ice where they all like they had all their gear on, and like the refs would just be like, I'm not stopping this. Just let them punch the shit out of each other. But the minute they saw a set of gloves go flying off to the side, they're like, now I have to step in. So I guess they're allowed to punch the shit out of each other as long as they do it with protection.
That's why I love boxing.
Like,
well, not boxing, hockey, but you know,
the one
same energy.
The one sport that I can intelligently comment on is MMA.
Oh, we're gonna get to MMA.
We're gonna get to some MMA in a little bit. So
we're gonna get to MMA. I was about to say,
because I did martial arts for so long before I did martial arts before I joined the military, and then I did it frequently in the military because it's fun.
Yeah, running at each other with pugil sticks at like your highest speed is super fun.
Fun fact: that's how I got a double impact concussion.
Ooh.
Oh Lord!
Yikes! Double.
That's another story later.
That sounds like a damn Mortal Kombat finish. Damn, I don't mean to make light of your situation, but damn.
Oh no, I think it's hysterical. Basically, what happened was we were supposed to be doing pugil sticks for McMap. And
I'm laughing at Anthony because he started.
No. You can laugh at me too, because in retrospect, I laugh at myself when I tell this story. But we were doing pugil sticks, and I got paired up with a male that was twice my size, but like was the gentlest male there. That was a lie.
So that was
because my normal like same size, same sex partner was not there. She was running late. And they were like, oh, we'll just go up against so-and-so. And I was like, should I wait for my partner? And they were like, no, you have to participate today. And we're not guaranteed that she's going to get here today. So you either go up against him or you fail for the day, which could have caused me to be dropped from the course. And keep in mind, I'd already been run over by a fucking Mack truck of a man earlier.
I'm going to tell you about a Mack truck. I'm gonna tell you about a Mack truck here in a little bit, but please continue.
But at least the first guy was kind enough to where he just pushed me. Like, he didn't hit me, he just pushed me. Like, just lay down. Just stay there.
Lay down.
I'm mad that you really just like cut into me and Breon's inside joke with the Mack truck thing.
Yes, sir.
And then you said you got ran. Hey Breon, peep how she said she got run over too.
She knows what Mack trucks do. Like,
this was a big bitch.
Okay.
All right.
He was big. He was one of those guys that was big for no fucking reason.
Oh,
and then they put me up against the other guy who's just kind of tall, but he's kind of skinny, and like he's got a generally gentle disposition. So they're like, "Oh, he was not gonna knock the fuck out of Alex." Wrongo. I remember approximately the first 5 seconds of the fight, and the first 5 seconds was us having to run in and give a war cry, and I remember going, because I knew I was fucked because he ran in and then he immediately pulled the pugil stick up over his head like this. And the last thing I remember is seeing him come down and then seeing stars. And I heard a gong.
Yikes. A gong. Damn.
I heard a gong. And apparently, like, it was a situation where the lights were on, but nobody was home for about 15 seconds. Like, they were trying to get my attention, and my eyes were open, and I was, like, responding to people waving in front of my face with my eyes, but I wasn't saying anything, which should have been a sign that I was knocked the fuck out. But what happened was he hit me in the front of my head, like, hard enough to where that, like, dazed me. But then when I fell, the back of my head hit a big piece of wood on the edge of the sand pit. So that's why they said double impact, because 1, 2. There were 2 hits in the fight. He hit me and then I hit my head. I ended up having to go to the hospital with a concussion, and they were like, "Okay, so we got to ask you a few questions just to make sure you're not concussed." And I was like, "Oh no, I think I'm fine." And they were like, "What'd you do today?" And I went, "Sergeant, what did I do today?"
Jesus.
And the doctor tried to keep a straight face, but the corpsman went, "That's not good."
Yeah, that's concussed.
Yeah, I got a concussion. That's how I got a concussion, was pugil sticks. And as a direct result of me getting that concussion, I now get migraines, and it sucks.
Oh gosh, I never want a concussion in my life, and I've had some scares with, oh god, am I concussed? But
it's not fun.
And prayers up, because I know Lamar Jackson and Pat Mahomes both were concussed in their games.
Pat
which we'll talk about in a second, but I want to finish my my Seahawks thing, and then we'll get to the games. And yeah, that Pat Mahomes was scary. But for the receivers, he said DK Metcalf.
Wait, first of all, hold on. Before you go any further, how old is this guy? How old does he look?
He looks about 17.
That explains
everything, right? So he said DK Metcalf and Doug Baldwin.
Yeah. That explains
I want to
everything.
say Steve Largent and Daryl Jackson.
I mean,
and then I forget who he said. Richard Sherman for the defensive player. I am going to say.
I mean, y'all didn't get a defense to like.
No, we've had some great defensive players. I'm going to say Cortez Kennedy. Rest in peace.
Oh.
Hall of Famer Court. Did you mark it?
Yeah.
What happened?
All right, so that's another inside joke we have. It's not really that much of an inside joke, but it is. So basically, there was this episode on the WWE Network with AJ Styles and Anderson and Gallows. And so evidently they were impersonating AJ Styles. So the whole joke was like, you got to mark where you poo.
Stupid.
What?
You got to mark where you poo. And so when Breon flushed his toilet, that's why I was like, did you mark it?
Yeah, I marked it.
What? Wait, did you not know this? Dog. All right, so to the NFL playoffs, we had the divisional round this week. Let's start off with the first game. We had the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens, and must I say, we know how good that offense is in Buffalo. Yes. But Lord have mercy, let's talk about that defense.
They're going to the Super Bowl, aren't they?
If Pat Mahomes does not play Sunday, yes.
But if Pat Mahomes does play Sunday, they still might go to the Super Bowl.
Well, here's the other thing. I looked at Chad Henne in that Chiefs game. I know we're going to get to that in a second, but I definitely got major Taylor Heineke vibes from that.
Heineke's
like.
good. Heineke is
He's good. I remember watching. Here's how old I think we are. I remember watching Chad Henne in college at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Henne's been in the league since
he was drafted in what 08?
Yeah, I remember Henne with the Dolphins. Though.
Yeah, that's where he started.
Yeah. So the thing about that is like,
hold on, I'm gonna look up when he was drafted.
Are you?
Boy, I'm good.
So the Bills are good. The Bills are probably going to get to the Super Bowl.
Bills are good.
So yeah, I'm really expecting the Bills to win that game, especially with that defense. Chad Henne had some really good plays in that game. He did throw that one pick that was overthrown, which I thought at that point was going to be where the Browns came back and drove down and won the game. But that the Chiefs defense, we are sleeping on the Chiefs defense.
Oh, Tyrann Mathieu is like the cornerstone.
Is a dog. Tyrann Mathieu's a dog.
I mean, they call him the Honey Badger for a reason.
Honey Badger don't give a fuck. Sorry.
Exactly.
That's him.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
Chris Smith's a dog. Chris Jones is a dog. Frank Clark. I know exactly how much of a dog Frank Clark is. He was a Seahawk.
Yeah.
Low-key pissed we gave him up. But he's a dog. That defense is definitely solid. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well that game goes out. But I do think that we will see the Bills representing the AFC for the first time since
1995.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
When they played us, and they got
three
dragged.
words for you. How about them Cowboys?
Those are 4
Well,
words.
well, they're on the bench.
Am I
retarded?
Am I retarded? How about the? All right, I'll see y'all later.
Guess what? I can tell you how about the Cowboys. They're sitting beside the Seahawks on the couch.
I mean,
Actually, you're sitting beside us because we were already there. That did not
I
sound
told
like the
y'all to
comeback I
save
thought it
us a
was.
seat.
Isaac, it's our house, honestly.
It is our
Honestly,
house.
my favorite thing about most Cowboys fans is that y'all are very realistic about the fact that y'all's team is some ass.
You have to be, because here's the thing. Here's the thing about our fan base. We're like Republicans. Now let me
Excellent.
We are the Cowboys are like Republicans. Half of us are completely out of our minds and ruin everything for the rest of us, while the other half are logical people that want good things for our team, but we realize that at the top it's kind of crazy.
I didn't know where that was going, and I had concerns.
Me too. So that's why I was making those faces. Like, where are you? What are you doing
over
here?
here like.
It's like
Where
half
are
of
we
us
going with
half of us are Trump supporters. The other half of us are Stan Smith.
Are we gonna talk
Fair
about?
enough.
Are we gonna talk about what happened? I don't know if y'all talked about it last week.
I mean,
we kind of avoided that situation. We
Yeah.
kind of made jokes about it last week, but we kind of
Why did we do that?
So we're not gonna talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna dodge that one.
Yeah, we're gonna dodge it. We're gonna
Now
dodge it. Like,
it's okay to make jokes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that were just like ridiculously hilarious about that. Like that girl that claimed she got mazed but had a onion
She
in
had
her
a fucking
rag.
onion. My favorite is the black officer who distracted them. Literally, he had like a stick or something.
He had a baton, and those things hurt.
A
by the
baton.
way.
That's what it was. He had a baton and like lured them away with a baton. Like imagine being so goddamn dumb that you get lured away from your objective with a fucking stick.
Were they dogs?
That's the only thing that makes sense. It's like literally
go get the stick.
with the baton, like
see that stick, boy?
Here, boy, come get the stick and
Come here, you
luring them
racist
away.
bastard. Come here.
Like,
Come on. You like racism? I got your racism right
Like
here.
racism?
Come on. Follow the
Come here.
racism.
Hey.
Look
All
at the
lives
racism.
matter. All lives matter.
Come on.
There's a burning cross in that room. Go.
There's a burning cross in that room.
We've got hoods and robes all in your size. Just follow the
Yes,
stick.
sir. We got him right here. Dick's Sporting Goods.
Here, Alex. Before we go any further, what is one thing more secure than the Capitol Police?
Oh, I had an answer for this that was funny, and my brain just kind of shut down.
I would say I know we talked about Miss Marge last week, but I got to give a shout out to the Spartan Guards.
I was about to say it's military related. Damn it. Oh. God damn it.
Good job, Brian. That was a 4.
Thanks.
That was a 4.
Oh, only a 4?
Oh, an aviation computer with the password sticky noted to it. And your staff sergeant's cat card plugged in. This is an actual thing I encountered. By the way, don't fucking do that. Don't write your password on a sticky note and then put it anywhere on your computer, because literally
not a good idea.
It's not. It's a truly dumb one.
You would think, but then you would think people would understand that, but then I had to realize that common sense is a superpower.
Yeah.
Common sense ain't a flower in everyone's garden. I had someone call me to do repairs on their computer, and they left, but they didn't give me the password. Because they were like, yeah, I'm here. I'll be right back, blah, blah, blah. You can go ahead and get started. But they locked their computer when they left out of habit. And then they didn't give me the password. So I was like, okay, this person is in about this age bracket. If I were somebody who's a little bit older and I had to have as complicated a password as the military requires, and I know I'm not going to remember it, where would I put it? So the first thing that I did was lift the keyboard. And underneath the keyboard was a sticky note with the password. And the person came running back in and they went, oh, you got in. How did you get in? I didn't give you the password. And I was like, because you hid the sticky note with your password written in plain text in the most obvious hiding spot. Don't fucking do that.
That is hilarious to me. But NFC. Let's talk. Saturday game was the Packers Rams.
I knew the Packers were going to kill the Rams.
Yeah, it was a foregone conclusion, bro.
For real.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is still pissed off, and when Aaron Rodgers is pissed off, you just
Get pissed on.
Thank you, Jeff Hardy.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say R. Kelly because he said pissed on, but
I don't know why I just immediately to that whole Jeff Hardy story that he had with I can't remember.
Sheamus.
Oh God, how mad you remember?
I mean, well,
and then Fox was
running
like,
across these things on Twitter.
I'm sorry. This is why I don't really like the IWC.
Well, I really don't like whoever that IBeast person is because I'm pretty sure they're a troll, but he's
definitely a troll. Okay. And if you ever see me interact with Beast, I'm either trolling him back and like, look at you back in the mud again.
I mean,
look, there's certain people I just don't take seriously, and IBeast is the number one person to not take seriously.
I haven't blocked him yet because I haven't seen enough bad takes. But if he drifts into New Japan territory, then we're gonna have some problems.
You just haven't seen it yet.
Well, I know if he does, I'm blocking him.
Oh boy, he loves to talk bad about New Japan.
Well, I mean, everybody knows what's good.
Between him and that Honcho guy, I'm just like bad take mania. But then you have the Patriots. Why do I keep saying the Patriots?
They might as well be the Patriots.
They're not there.
They're really not.
Because it's Tom Brady.
You need to go to
I have
therapy.
not adjusted to the fact that Tom Brady does not play for the Patriots.
The Patriots can't hurt you anymore.
Dog. The Buccaneers and
he's still hurt over that Super Bowl loss, man. They can't. It's okay. They're not here. They can't.
If you were in my shoes, you would be just as mad as I am about the fact that I don't have as much drip as Montez Ford.
See, you're deflecting. I didn't say anything about Montez Ford.
I'm still mad about that.
What?
I was mad about it yesterday, and I'm mad about it today.
Everybody saw how you deflected, right? We were even...
Because you're going to make me even madder thinking about Super Bowl 49.
I mean, like I said,
not a word, I don't care.
You're attaching Tom Brady to a team he's no longer a part of. You need to get that disillusion out of your head. You need to go to therapy.
We're here to help you. I'm ready to hurt somebody.
Anthony, we're here to help you. We're your friends. We can help you. Okay? We can help you with the disillusionment that Tom Brady is still in the Patriots.
You know what? You know when I'll be happy? When we win the Super Bowl. And that doesn't seem like it's going to be happening for the next 5 or 10 years. Because right now, we're trying to find an offensive coordinator, and guess who we're looking at? Adam Gase.
Oh my God, there are tears.
Like, bro, Adam Gase. Oh, it gets worse. Anthony Lynn is also in that list. So we have a head coach that is terrible at clock management, and we're gonna bring an offensive coordinator that's just as bad and maybe worse at clock management. Oh my gosh, they're trying to give us heart attacks again next season. I don't think I can handle it anymore. We spent what? We had one game where I was able to, 1.5 games where I was able to watch the whole game and not have a heart attack. The other games were either A, getting blown out, or B, having a heart attack. This is my life as a Seahawks fan. Maybe I do need therapy.
What did you do when that run happened? Like, I bet you were high. What did I do at the Super Bowl?
No, all right. So
please tell me that whole story.
I have asthma. Y'all are gonna kill me.
So funny story. All right. So for the backstory, I was in crutches.
Are you talking about which run are you talking about?
Super Bowl 49.
Yes, sir.
So I'm in crutches, standing up at the TV. And so I'm ready because like 2 weeks before, I thought we were going to lose that game. I came home, we won the game. I was jumping on one foot, celebrating on one good foot. I was ready to do the same thing, and I start jumping, and I realized the ball slipped off, and I just sat back down, and it was just like, you know what? I'm done with this.
Was it shock, or you just like, oh man?
I was just straight Will Smith pain. Like it was just the worst feeling ever. I was like, bro, we really just blew this game.
The Bucks and Nets are playing right now. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Damn, is he going to the game? Hold up. He runs outside, slides across the hood of his car.
He gotta fly his way to Brooklyn to go see.
I gotta get to the game. I gotta go see.
And we gotta talk about that guy too, because
for real though, I'm actually gonna watch this shit myself.
Because I need to see how skinny this man is nowadays. Because I know this dude was fat last week and just turned out to be skinny out at the weekend. Is it
like maybe he's a clone? You know, Gucci Mane has a clone.
Well, I think what had happened was he decided to play with his last few games when he came back to the Rockets. He was wearing a fat suit.
You think? He was James Harden's when he was in Houston.
No, he was Mark Henry.
Okay, that's completely fair.
It was either Mark Henry or Rick Ross. Pick your poison. So he was playing in a fat suit.
Wait, what? Hang on, what did I miss?
We're talking about James Harden.
James Hardy's. Well,
James Hardy's.
Artist formerly known as.
The artist
formerly known as.
I mean,
never mind.
I guess he was too busy chilling with what's the dude that plays for the Clippers that was at the strip club while they were put me in the bottom?
Jeffree Star.
Wow.
All right, so carrying on back to the Buccaneers and the Saints.
So I'm not allowed to talk about the Jeffree Star thing.
I mean, we can. We'll get.
We'll talk about it. We'll save you some time for that. So the Buccaneers finally defeat the Saints. Drew Brees probably had his Dan Marino game. For those who don't know, Dan Marino played horrible in his very last game, which happened to be in the NFL playoffs. So it seems to be that Drew Brees is going to be retiring. So we probably just watched the last Drew Brees game, and I know it's time to slander Drew Brees now.
I'm telling you though, when he looked back, I was like, "Yep, that's it."
Why are we going to slander Drew Brees?
All lives matter.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he did say that.
But it wasn't that.
Dejected, he did say that.
He did. No, because I like Drew Brees. I do. I like him more than Tom Brady. He was my Tom Brady.
Yeah.
No?
And one of Brianna and Brianna, one of my Brianna, my friends, has also been slandering his play because he feels that he was carried by Sean Payton.
Are you talking about Red?
Yes, I'm talking about Red.
Okay.
By the way, so tell me guess what I saw on Twitter. Here's how soft some fans are, especially when soft some football fans are. This guy said that after 14 years of loyally being a Saints fan, he's no longer a Saints fan because it gets better. He's no longer a Saints fan because he had company over and the Saints embarrassed him in front of his family.
Oh my God.
It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. He said, my kids are now crying because I'm crying. Yeah.
This is a clout post.
This has the same energy as that guy when Google services went out about a month or two ago, who just sat in his house in the dark because his smart lights were controlled by Google instead of just getting up and flipping the fucking light switch.
I do it all the time.
It has the same energy because literally the light on my desk is a smart light because sometimes I forget to cut off my office light, but like this dude dead ass just sat in the dark.
I mean, it ain't like they're a bad team. The Saints are not a bad team.
No, they're not
so
a
the
bad
fact that he
team.
would say that is like,
and I feel like, and this is the thing, I'm gonna be real with you. Drew Brees got outplayed by his backups 2 straight years in a row in the playoff game. Think about it. Taysom Hill outplayed him against the Vikings, and Jameis Winston did something that Drew Brees did not do yesterday. He threw a touchdown. Jameis Winston finally threw a playoff touchdown. We have to acknowledge that.
Wait, why was Jameis Winston out there? I couldn't watch the game.
All right, so they ran their little gadget play because Taysom Hill was injured, so usually that's Taysom Hill's spot. So they ran a double reverse. He was lined up at wide out, so they double reversed the ball back to him and threw a touchdown pass to Tre'Quan Smith, who was like nobody was around him, like nobody within 20 yards.
Okay.
So yeah, he threw a touchdown pass.
I had a joke there, but I missed it. I had something about being open. He was like the gates at the Capitol building he was like the gates on the Capitol building in January 6th, open.
Damn. So give me like 2 seconds. I will be right back. I have legitimately laughed myself into the beginnings of an asthma attack.
Oh,
yeah, we need you to go ahead and go take care of
that. I gotta go find my
do.
Inhaler. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. Do what you gotta do.
But so basically, when he went back to the whole Drew Brees slander from him, he was saying that Drew Brees in San Diego was pretty trash, which is legit, actually right. He had one really great season and then another decent season. But you got to remember, this is the same team that drafted him in 2001 and then drafted Eli Manning and traded for Phillip Rivers in 2004. If Drew Brees was the guy, they wouldn't have to use a first-round draft pick on a quarterback, which he threw one touchdown in his first season. Obviously, he only played one game.
Somebody watching Transformers in the background?
That must be Breon.
No, I'm watching the Nets game. Look at that court. I love that court.
Use your screen, Negro.
Shut up.
Use your TV, not your screen. And then his second year threw 17 touchdowns, 16 interceptions.
Am I really about to watch Monday Night Raw to see if Randy Orton RKO's Alexa Bliss?
Is Kevin Durant really fucking bald? God. No, laughing. I see the damn lights on top of
No, Alex just came back. Let's not make her laugh right now.
No, I got the inhaler. I'm good. You guys can crack me up all over again.
Okay.
All right.
I'm good for like 2 hours of dying of laughter.
All right, so
Lord have mercy.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to the preview of the NFC and AFC Championship game. Who do y'all see winning these games?
It is hard for me. I'm not going to count the Chiefs out. If Patrick Mahomes doesn't start, I'm still not going to count the Chiefs out because if you look at how Chad Henne was moving the football with the talent he has, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
He's not here.
Huh?
It's just Le'Veon.
Well, I mean, he played a little bit on Sunday.
No, he was injured. He's been injured since week 16.
All right, I must have been caught in the Genjutsu then.
No, that was the other Damian.
Oh, Damian Williams.
No, it wasn't Damian Williams. It's another Damian or something.
Is it Damian Lillard? Because I don't know many Damians.
It's either something.
Is it Damian Wayne? I know that Damian.
Yeah,
No.
that's.
I've seen the wrestler Damian Wayne, but I don't. You probably saw two total different Damian Waynes.
I'm talking about the one of the best Robins, Damian Wayne.
Oh well, I'm talking about the wrestler Damian Wayne.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my take. I think Damian Wayne is one of the best Robins. Anyway, yeah, I don't see. It's hard for me to see to. I don't want to put it past the Chiefs, but I don't want to overlook the Bills either.
My fault.
That's honestly a toss-up. Like whoever goes in the AFC, I don't care because I'm probably going to be rooting for the AFC because I just don't want Tom Brady to get to the fucking Super Bowl again.
I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. It's like
exactly
just not Tom Brady
because it's Tom Brady. You already know what's going to happen if Tom Brady wins.
He's going to cheat.
Spend the rest of the offseason slurping this guy, saying, "Oh yeah, he's definitely the GOAT now."
Here's what made me mad. So I was watching the Chisel Adonis string yesterday about the game, and the conversation was like people kept calling people saying, "Oh, Brady the GOAT." I said, "Brady, he's really not. He's really not." Like I said, I will continue to say this. He is probably the most unathletic quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Not that you have.
I don't know, man. Kerry Collins was pretty unathletic too.
No, but I mean, like,
God,
I actually remember Kerry Collins, but like this dude is like, there's no. I don't see I see the appeal. I get it. He's good, but I'm saying like everything he has. I'm not saying he hasn't worked for it, but it's like there's no. This man had to cheat to play the Bengals.
Well, like, I wouldn't say that was him. And then I know you're gonna bring up Deflategate, but here's my backup to that. He played better with the undeflated ball than he did with the deflated ball.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that. So you're supposed to play good with the undeflated ball. But you want a cookie? Does he want a cookie?
So
I send him a cookie to Tampa Bay?
Are we going to talk about how Monday Night Raw has opened up with a tribute to MLK?
They do it every year.
Wait, are you watching Raw? Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
I'm actually about to do the same thing. Like, I want to see how long it takes for them to get. By the way,
that's going to be the main. If it happens, it's going to be at the 11 o'clock hour. At 11 o'clock. Don't worry,
Alex. I gotta tell you.
Like y'all know, I'm not just on TikTok when I'm looking on at my phone when I'm on the podcast. Right? Sometimes I'll be watching wrestling.
Can we?
I don't always know what's going on, but sometimes I'll be watching.
Okay. There are two things I really want you to pay attention to. There's somebody on here who shot a guy in the face with a fireball last week.
You know, Kane did that.
He did.
No, I think I was talking about it yesterday. It was like, what is up with WWE in the last year and fire? You had the situation with Keith Lee and Karrion Kross, and
but that one was actually good. This one. I mean, Ant will tell you when we were watching TLC and that whole fire thing happened. I was weak.
It was entertaining, bro. I don't care what anybody says. I was very much sports entertained.
Okay. I have several questions, and I don't know if I want the answers.
Well, there was an Inferno match, and yes. there was a moment in the whole match where we were just like, "Where's the fire?" Because Isaac said it. Isaac was like, "Where's the fire?" And as soon as he says it, my brother FaceTimes me. He's like, "Where's the fire?" And
then I die. Then I'm dead for like.
And then, like 2 minutes later, the fire pops up and it's all around the doggone arena. And then he burns the Fiend alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like a week later. Then the next night, Randy Orton is like celebrating the fact, and then Alexa Bliss, the blonde girl with the pigtails, she comes in and she's like, I don't know how they do this. They put a playground. They put a playground in the ring, and she's swinging in the ring, and saying like, talking about how the Fiend's gone and all that, and then. He challenges her, she challenges him to come down to the ring, and the whole challenge was, I want you. She's like, mind you, you've seen what Alexa Bliss looks like, right? Anyway, he challenges her to do what he did to the Fiend last night and set her on fire.
and she's dripping wet.
in gasoline and threatening
wait,
her.
yeah,
He's threatening to set her on fire.
I mean, I've threatened to set bitches on fire, but damn.
I'm pretty sure you never asked to be set on fire, though.
Yeah, you didn't dare somebody to do it.
No, but I have told somebody that if they were on fire and I had a bottle of water, I would drink the water and then piss on the nearest bush. So
It's okay. I told Isaac I was gonna jump out of my window. He asked to take my stuff yesterday, so
I did. I legit did. I said, "Can I have your stuff?" And then he said yes. And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So
and
I know.
I said no because I'm not gonna die.
But then he said, like, "Well, while they're taking you in the ambulance, I'm gonna be walking into your house and taking all your stuff and saying, hey."
All because I don't want to see Jade Cargill talk. I just want to see her.
Hey.
Hey, first of all, Jade Cargill's mine.
I don't care what. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think.
What is happening?
It's me.
What is
That's
happening?
I don't.
Fool,
Jade
you
Cargill's
fool.
mine, and this
Sorry,
is
you can't lay claim to what's not yours, fool.
It's not for debate, bro.
Oh, you
What
fool!
What the heck is
Apple.
happening?
He's losing a girl.
No,
Who's what? Are y'all watching wrestling?
who is this in the ring?
Hold
That's
on,
the Undertaker.
I'm
I
like
don't
a
know.
whole
I don't
minute
see anybody.
behind.
It's a dude. I see a dude in like a luchador.
Oh, it's Randy. It's
I
Randy.
see
It's not
Thunderdome.
Randy.
It's Randy. It's Randy. He's got the RKO on the thing. I think he's wearing a fire suit.
Are we watching the same thing? Because I see a dude in like a
Well,
luchador.
I'm
Burnt?
behind.
Yo, oh my god!
It's,
gonna give him like
it's one of those fireproof masks. It's Randy.
Oh.
like,
Yeah, you
is
see
he
the
gonna be like
RKO on his
Cody
hoodie.
Rhodes?
He's got RKO on his hoodie.
Yep.
It's
He's gonna
Randy.
be like
Yep.
Cody Rhodes when he had the mask on, scarred at the floor.
I thought it was Baron Corbin's backups.
Oh good lord!
I was really sitting here like, am I watching the right show?
Oh, this is
Oh,
good.
there's more fire.
Yeah, he was really gonna do it too. I was like, is he really? No, my whole thing was, is this grown man really about to light this white woman on fire?
Yeah.
So he gets third-degree burns, and the next week he's like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm gonna go
Oh, I know what happened. She shot him in the face and it burned his face. That's what. Okay.
Yeah, you okay?
I'm just happy that they're actually selling this.
They are selling this.
So can we at least give WWE credit for that much? Because
Yeah.
at least,
Sure. Look at
at
his
least we're
nose,
getting
dog.
some continuity here.
He looks like Goldberg.
Yo, shut up. I don't want to
So
hear
we
about.
all agree. We all agree he's probably gonna arcade. He's gonna do something to Alexa Bliss tonight, right?
It's
Probably not
it's
tonight,
very
but
much
at some
possible.
point.
He's going to do something. I mean, she shot him in the face with fire.
Yeah,
I mean, if you shot me in the face with fire, I would absolutely set you on fire at the next given opportunity.
I mean, yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is get on TV.
and this is Randy Orton who
Would do is kill
has
I'm just gonna let you
Randy
know.
Orton
First thing I'm gonna do
has
is get on
no
TV.
issue RKOing female. Woman.
No, he
Really
does
doesn't.
not.
Or punching
Interesting.
He just did it last year.
He did do it.
Who did the RKO? Nia Jax?
No, he RKO'd Beth Phoenix.
He did do
The year
that.
before that, he
Well,
RKO'd
to
Nia
be
Jax.
fair, Beth Phoenix kind of looks like a guy. So. Yeah, go ahead.
She does give off Brock Lesnar vibes. She's like hulking, but like
I'm
she's got
googling.
that
I'm
light
googling her
voice.
now. I don't know what Ed sees, but hey, whatever.
Whatever he sees, I mean, it's worth it. Look
I'm
at her
happy
face.
for them.
Yeah, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but I'm not the beholder. So. Yeah, I've never thought Beth Phoenix was attractive. Sorry.
Now Natalya Neidhart.
Natty? Yeah, go ahead and step off, fool.
Okay, I'll just go talk to her sister. Her sister's
You can
better.
have her.
I just want to apologize to anybody watching. It's like, why does Alex constantly get up and down? I can't sit still to save my fucking life.
It's okay. It's all right. though.
It's-
You are good.
Like,
Hey,
it's
it fits
I have
in the boundary.
ADHD, it's part of it. Sometimes when it's ADHD, I got the inattentive type, and sometimes it's the hyperactive type. And today is the hyperactive. I can't sit still for shit.
It's all good. So we all said that. So everybody's going with the deals, or anybody going to take the?
I'm gonna go with whoever's playing. Whoever I does the AFC doesn't matter to me as long as it's not Tom Brady in the NFC.
My prediction is, or my wish is just not Tom Brady.
So you guys are going to hate me
Fuck Tom Brady.
because my Super Bowl and there's a story behind it. I don't think they're going to win this, but I have the Bills and the Buccaneers. And I think the Bills put it into the the thorn in their side for the last 20 years in the Super Bowl. Also putting that other thorn in their side of not being able to win a Super Bowl. So there's two thorns that they have to let's just say they have two monkeys on their back. One, not winning Super Bowls, and two, Tom Brady.
Sounds like Seattle.
I mean, I just don't want Tom Brady to get there. How about how about Tom Brady just not get there at all? How about that?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even 100% sure why I hate Tom Brady. It's something I started saying in middle school, but also just like fuck Tom Brady.
I'm pretty sure it's because of the Patriot fans at school were probably very annoying.
They were.
He's a cocky
worst. Patriots fans are the worst.
I think that's it. Like, it's not very often in my life that I will troll somebody in real life for being annoying. Football is one of those things where I will legitimately just say shit to piss you off. And apparently that's totally normal.
Oh, never mind. I thought he was about to take his mask off.
But let's see. So
whoever did his makeup for this should be fired.
Well, he's already been fired.
But I'm done with you.
But I'm just saying that, like, I've done better special effects makeup. They literally just took a sponge and some red paint and like dabbed it around his eyes and went, burn victim. This is fine.
Burn victim. Okay.
Let me look at this culture carousel because we need to talk about that.
Still has his facial hair. That's strange.
So I know the biggest
his facial hair. That's
a little weird.
Wait.
So
he does. Look at the bottom of his lip. You see like his a little bit of beard action.
Oh, you're watching Super Leon?
Literally.
Yeah, the game went on commercial.
I shit thee not. Literally, all they did was take like some red paint or maybe some like cheap ass, not even Spirit Halloween, because I've used Spirit Halloween fake blood. They've used like Dollar Tree Halloween fake blood, maybe.
Well, this is the same company that they used a gumdrop for an eyeball. So that's the same.
You would think with the popularity of wrestling, they would have more money.
No.
Well, here's the thing about Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
He's cheap. He's Mr. Krabs.
You called that man by his full government.
Isaac put it in the best way. He's Eugene Krabs.
He's Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. I thought this was almost an audience for a little bit. Oh shit!
That's the only thing that makes sense is that somebody somewhere is cheap as hell.
I don't know why we're having a fire storyline and we don't have the mayor of Knox County out there. That's all I know.
I'm pretty sure he has too much to deal with that lady that got made since she is from Knoxville.
I'm about to flame Samoa Joe real quick. This broke ass Taz invitation. What the fuck?
Yo, chill out.
I love Joe.
Leave my twin brother alone. Yo, my sister will constantly say, "Yeah, that's your brother."
Hey, look at that well-dressed Fern on the left. Yo, what culture was childish for that? They had a fern. They had a fern and a suit.
Back when I actually liked what culture.
Hey, yeah. Ever since Pacitti and the other one left.
Now they have this one hack that I don't even know who he is, and I'm like, who is this guy?
Oh, is it the black guy?
No, it's not the black guy. It's some guy that's always negative. Everything is negative to him.
Sounds like King Ross, but he's not. He's with the.
But let's get to this coaching carousel. I know we got some big signings happening.
Dan Quinn is now our new defensive coordinator, which is probably going.
Now the thing about Dan Quinn, it depends on what Dan Quinn you're going to be getting. Now you got to remember, Dan Quinn is a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator.
With who?
The Seattle Seahawks. 43-8, by the way. Yeah, that was his defense. Now you could be getting that. You could be getting that Dan Quinn that led one of the greatest defenses in NFL history. Or you could be getting that same defense that allowed Tom Brady to come back from 25 down and progressively getting worse as years go on. That is the dilemma. Now, the thing about Jerry Jones is I've noticed that he likes to sign people based on what they have done.
Also what they look like, except for Chris Richard. But
Brandon Carr.
Well, I was saying that because look at who he signed as his head coach. A guy who once upon a time won a Super Bowl, but then never got back
All
to
right,
it.
can somebody? All right. Ric Flair just showed up, and he's like 80 years old. Actually, he's just 70. So, can somebody let me know when Alexa Bliss and
The Fiend.
Alexa Bliss and Asuka show up? Their match shows up because I don't
Asuka?
really care about that Charlotte Lacey Evans thing.
Why?
I don't
You
either, because
care
Ric
about
Flair
him?
is like a million. I don't know what we're doing.
Well, Ric Flair doesn't care about COVID because he
Well, clearly not.
cheats death on a daily basis.
I mean,
That's true.
I feel like. I mean, obviously, I feel like he.
Yo, this boy got liver spots. Pray for my boy.
Who?
Rick.
He's 70 years old. Actually, he's
I mean,
71.
dog, he doesn't look like that. 71 for us.
What does
like
Ric Flair
black
look
people, like we
Well,
don't.
for us, where it's
Ric
like
Flair
they're
looks-
50.
He looks like he's legit, probably like 82. Like he's got the long ears. Like he's Asian, bro. 71.
Dude is managing to look older than my grandma, and my grandma turned whole ass 90 this year.
Whew. See, and I bet she looks like probably 20 years
Y'all
younger.
know the saying, right?
She definitely
Black don't cry.
Black don't crack. Black don't crack.
Black don't cry.
Black don't crack. Fool.
Black don't crack, but porcelain do.
Hey, look at these fake boobies coming out here.
Well, that she's rude.
Ashley. Oh, get your ass
Yo,
whooped.
don't call her Ashley. We know that's her name.
Who in the hell is this?
That's oh, you talking about who's well, oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
this, who in the world? I don't know.
That's with Ric Flair?
The ones that I know that's Lacey. Who is this one attacking Ashley?
Hold on, I'm not
Is
there
it,
yet.
is it Dana? It's probably Dana Brooke.
It's probably Dana.
I mean,
That's Dana Brooke. Hold on.
Isn't she teaming up? No, who's teaming up with Lacey?
Dana Brooke's not blonde anymore.
some-
No, it's
Man,
not Dana. It's
Mandy.
Billy. No, it's
Billy.
Billy.
That's not man.
Billy Kay is on
that.
SmackDown, bro.
No,
Nah, that's not Billy Kay.
Royce. My fault. It's Peyton
Is that
Royce.
Peyton Royce?
Oh, Peyton Royce. Oh, yeah,
Is that-
yeah.
Well,
Doesn't look
Miss
like that.
Mrs. Sean Spears.
Okay, so like as
Doesn't
someone
look
who
like
got
her.
work done to make my titties smaller, I can't knock people.
No, I'm not. I don't knock her at all. And she, I'm pretty sure she did it for health reasons as well. Which I'm a huge Charlotte fan in the ring.
I mean, I'm a huge boobies fan, so.
You are such a toxic individual. I'm just letting you know that.
I don't know about that.
You are very toxic.
I
I'm
can't
not
see your
toxic.
face, but I want you to know that I'm looking you in the eye right now when I make this face.
What's up? Hold on, let me see your face. Fuck. Give me a second. Hold it.
I should let you know
Hold
Breon is
it.
very toxic.
Not toxic. Hold it. There you
Cap.
go. Toxic. And gown, fool.
Oh,
All right,
by
I'm
the
here.
way, before we go any further, shout out to the AKAs who celebrated Founders Day over the weekend.
Yo, shout
Hey.
out. I got love for the AKAs, but dog, you cannot sit here and neglect the most amazing group of women.
You talking about the DST? Holding it down?
No. I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm talking about them Zetans.
My ladies, the Z's.
I am too dumb to join a sorority because, like, I guess I technically got into one at ODU for people with really good grades because when I went to ODU, they dropped all of my bad TCC grades. So they were like, oh, 4.0. And I was like, cool. And they were like,
Oh,
Here,
shit.
they were like, here's this sorority that you're in now because you have a 4.0. And I'm like, don't do that to me because I'm a dumbass. And then I proceeded to, I had some issues with transitioning from the military, among some other things, where I failed one semester, and then this one I had to academically withdraw from my mental health, which I have no shame about because I talk about my mental health all the time. Nothing to be ashamed of. And now it's whoop! I almost flipped the piece of glass on my desk. Oh my god.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, I was like, why would you put me in this organization for smart people? Like you saw what my grades looked like before you dropped the other ones.
I don't know what to tell you, but what was the other big coaching job was I didn't talk about Robert Sally was hired to the New York Jets as their new head coach. He was the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers.
Good luck. He's gonna need it.
Oh, he's definitely going to need it. And then,
Urban Meyer is the new Jags head coach,
which I think he has a very good chance of making something work there.
I do too.
And I don't know. It just depends on if he has the support from the owner, Mr. Khan.
I think he will.
I think he can. I'm really sorry.
Log off.
God damn it.
Sorry.
But Shad Khan. I know there was a lot of talk about who Urban Meyer would want as his quarterback due to the fact that we all know who he recruited to be at Ohio State.
Justin Fields, who today declared for the NFL draft to the surprise of absolutely nobody.
Urban Meyer implies the existence of a suburban Meyer and a rural Meyer. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yo, I cannot stand you right now.
I cannot explain how I knew that was coming, but I knew that was coming. I saw it coming a mile away.
Oh man.
The thing where it's like saying that there's a domestic housewife implies that there is a feral housewife, and I think a feral housewife
I saw one. It said a meatball sub implies the existence of a meatball dom, and there was a picture of a meatball with like a mask on and had a whip next to it. I said, okay.
Wait a minute.
I'll see if I can find it out.
A meatball dom.
He had like a domination suit on and everything.
I'm glad everyone
just
ignored that shit.
A meatball dom. I'm trying
I already found it.
I
already found it.
He
got a mask on and a hit. Hey, look at the whip, dog. Woo,
let me see this foolery.
I'm serious. There it is. Right there.
You have managed to be so outrageous that I said something wild and just nobody heard it because they were still processing what the fuck you just said.
No, you are more than welcome to repeat because I'm always up for a wild combo.
Oh, when you said the existence of a meatball sub implies the presence of a meatball dom, I said sauce me harder, daddy.
I'm just gonna sit here and die now.
Someone is gonna clip that sound, and it is gonna come back to haunt me in like 5 years.
Sauce me harder.
Someone is gonna clip me saying "Sauce me harder, daddy," and it's gonna come back to haunt me in 5 years.
I just want to see your reaction when it happens.
I mean,
that was a horrible kid.
My parents already know I'm a questionable individual, so like, it's not my parents I'm concerned about.
Who is she for wrestling her here? Is this Billy Kay?
That's
Peyton Royce.
Oh, really? That's the one I like. Oh, I guess
I don't know. I don't care too much for her hair color.
I don't either. That's why I didn't know who she was.
Yeah,
I like it, but it's just like poorly. It seems to be poorly done.
This looks like I thought this was a.
And you're starting to see a very well done pattern here, aren't you?
I thought this was a fake
Things that are extremely poorly done.
No, it's the fact that they're the richest company in this industry of professional wrestling, and they seem to do things the poorest.
Yeah, no, I'm noticing that.
Saving a buck.
They're extremely poorly done, which means there's someone somewhere getting a fat check.
Hi, that man would be Kevin Dunn.
Hey, Vince, you can.
No, Kevin Dunn evidently makes more money than Vince.
Oh, I'm done.
Yo, shut up!
I'm actually done. Wait, so this Kevin Dunn, he's a billionaire?
I'm pretty sure he's pretty close.
Oh, I was gonna say Vince is at least.
Well, he's the reason he's the man that's behind the camera angles and whatnot.
No, never mind. I'm not going to do that.
You were going to bring up the whole Wood thing, weren't you?
What?
You were going to bring up his butt teeth, weren't you?
What? No. What?
Okay.
No.
I was going to laugh. I was going to laugh if you were.
When did Ashley get a tattoo?
I have the same situation. You know, I got a Michael Strahan going on.
What the fuck did she got on?
Who?
This matchup. I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in this.
Who the hell is this?
You guys got to remember, I'm like 2 minutes behind you all. But I'm pretty sure.
What does who have on?
Oh, sweet Jesus!
I'm pretty sure it's Lacey.
What does who
I'm
have
pretty
on?
sure it's Rick,
you'll
but
see.
Lord.
Oh yeah, if it's Rick, then it's definitely Lacey.
Oh my God!
Does Ric Flair have more drip than you? Yes. No. Ric Flair has more drip than all of us here combined because he has
That's fair.
because he survived death and he literally has a song called Ric Flair Drip named after him.
Is it death if you survive though?
What in the blue?
Think about that.
I'm very quickly realizing that, or remembering that a whole lot of wrestling is just willing suspension of disbelief.
It
I don't
really
know
is.
why we're on commercial.
It really is.
That is an accurate statement.
What in the fuck?
Like
Because you got to remember, a lot of people love to suspend their belief when it comes to a guy named Orange Cassidy. Isn't that right, Isaac?
Yeah.
I love Orange Cassidy though. He doesn't do
he's the
anything,
best.
but he does everything.
He does absolutely nothing while doing everything.
But at the same time, does everything. It's weird.
Okay, so who?
Okay, so
Isaac, send her clips later on.
got it. I'm on it right now, actually.
I love how every time I appear on the damn podcast, I leave with homework.
Isaac, did
Oh,
you
and
see
trust
the
me-
Like,
Oh,
meatball
trust me,
dome?
goddamn,
this
I
is-
would have re-enrolled in college.
This is not like Kota Ibushi, where this guy does not do neck stuff. Okay, so
Neck.
Oh, he does nothing stuff actually.
all right.
Yeah.
Should I send her the match with Pac or a clip from the match?
Just
with
send
Pac?
her a whole bunch of highlights of him doing his most devastating kicks in the wrestling business.
Yeah, I'm sending
Okay.
him. I'm
I
sending
was
her
sitting
that.
here
Those
like
are-
the last
those are
time y'all said,
brutal.
Isaac, send Alex clips for later.
Oh
He
yeah.
sent me a bunch of clips of people getting thrown on their fucking necks, and it gave me a
Yo,
migraine.
you know what's so funny right now? Because we're watching wrestling. Rocky just hit me up like, bro, you still watch wrestling? Like, ain't you into that?
Yeah, I just sent you.
And you know Rocky, so
Are you still into wrestling? Has a wrestling podcast?
I'm watching now. Like, I know you saw me post my wrestling podcast yesterday, bro.
Here, I just sent you a clip, and I'm gonna send you this because this what I'm about to send you is what put me over the top. Just watch like the first couple minutes of it.
But speaking of, while we're on this whole combat sports talk, we might as well
Let's get
talk
into
about
some
Fight
MMA.
Island. So I talked about it yesterday on the Heat Check podcast with Isaac, but I was not really a big MMA guy, especially UFC, until Friday.
Until you watched-
I
Until you-
love MMA. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I watched that fight.
Max Holloway versus Qatar.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I don't know what Qatar's first name is.
I don't know, but kudos to him for taking about 200 strikes to the face and still surviving 20 minutes.
Jinkies.
Like, he was
Right.
taking lean, clean shots to the face and lasted the entire fight. I was like, is this dude going to knock out? And Holloway was just talking straight smack the entire time. Talking trash to the commentators, to the people in the crowd. It was just like, dog, go off. So I decided that depending on what time Fight Island is on Wednesday, I'm not watching NXT or AEW until tomorrow. Until what, Thursday?
When's the next fight up?
Wednesday.
Who's fighting?
I don't know, but I'm watching.
Wait, what time does it start?
I want to say I hope it might be 5. I don't know. Hold on. What is Danny talking about?
So, Alex, being the MMA fan that you are, who are you gonna watch the Conor McGregor fight that's coming up?
I am always down to watch a Conor McGregor fight. Like, I'm not so into MMA where I know individual people and all their stats because, again, don't have the capacity for that. My brain is full of cybersecurity and song lyrics. But I'm definitely going to watch, especially when it's somebody as cocky as Conor McGregor. There is nothing that I love more than watching a cocky fighter get their comeuppance. And even if he doesn't get his comeuppance, I want to see the other person get their licks in, because the worst thing that you can be in any form of martial arts is fucking cocky. Because I have won a bunch of matchups against men because they came in cocky, because I'm a small woman, 5'1". I don't want to talk about how much I weigh, but not a lot. I'm less than 200 pounds and I'm 5'1". And there have been men that have come into like sparring matches or grappling matches or anything with me, just thinking that they're automatically going to win because, oh, look at this tiny woman, you know. I'm obviously gonna win. This is a small woman, but I'm strategic with the shits, and they're relying on brute force, while I'm thinking about how I'm going to get in and out of moves and how I'm going to do things. So like, I don't know. I like seeing cocky people get hit. And I say this as somebody who at one point was the cocky person who got hit and had to humble my fucking self. And then ended up being the person that hit cocky people for them to humble themselves. I choked out a 6'2", almost 200-pound man when I was like in my first year of college, because I was doing martial arts and the guy got cocky and he got sloppy and he forgot that I'm bendy. Like, I used to be put knees by ears bendy. Don't take that out of context and be gross with it. But I used to be put knees by ears bendy. And this guy like underestimated me, my strength, my ability, and my flexibility, and it cost him. He ended up in a fucking triangle because he didn't listen. Because like he assumed.
Like a side, like the side triangle, or like
nope,
where
normal triangle. One leg up, one leg locked over, arm like across his neck on his own arm. Triangle.
The reason why I said side triangle, because you can literally do that same thing, but if you're like, now when you have the side arm bar, you can put somebody in a triangle like that. That's why I asked that.
I didn't realize how like, and this isn't me bragging, but I didn't realize how instinctual some parts of martial arts had become to me until I went to a Marine Corps ball in Wilmington, South Carolina. No, not Wilmington. It was Wilmington, North Carolina. My bad. And I was out with a friend of mine who was my date because it was my last Marine Corps ball. And someone approached me because I don't know what it is about me specifically, but you are either going to assume I'm very straight or very gay. There is no in between, which I don't know. But a lesbian came up to me to try to get me to dance, and I don't like being grabbed from behind. And the way that they grabbed me, I just kind of took their hand and then gave it back to them. And my friend that was with me was like, and I looked at her and went, what? And she was like, what did you just do to her hand? And I was like, nothing. I took her hand off me. And she was like, no, you took her hand off you and you pushed her away. And I was like, no, I gave it back. She was like, you pushed her. I gave it back. But I don't know. Martial arts is my jam.
Yeah,
I'm
martial arts.
I'm not buying the Saturday pay-per-view though. So
you said you're not buying the what?
I'm not buying the pay-per-view on Saturday.
Oh, neither am I. That's stupid. I wouldn't be using my common sense.
Isn't that like $75?
All right. So I have all right. The last UFC pay-per-view I bought Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. And when it was in Fight Island, and spent like $75 on it, only to have it go 25. I watched it expecting Masvidal to knock out Usman, because in the build to it, because they had gotten into it like months prior. At Super Bowl week. They were at Super Bowl week, Radio Row, and they confronted each other and they got into it a little bit. So I'm thinking, Masvidal's gonna go to work on this guy. Nope. 25-minute unanimous decision. Usman retained.
Did he just shoot old boy in the foot?
Who?
I don't know who these people are.
Who's this bro right here?
Oh, Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle?
So,
Riddle? No, it's not Matt Riddle. It's just Riddle.
man, that's stupid. That's
It was a
dumb.
dude
He
in like a
likes it.
baseball jersey, and then like
If he likes it, I love it.
He's a bro.
Yeah, he's a bro. The rest of the guys, the two guys with the titles are Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. The guy,
Prime Alexander.
What is his name?
Prime Alexander.
anyway, Bobby Lashley is the
his
guy in the
name?
brown suit.
No.
Bobby Lashley is the guy in the brown suit, and the guy walking away first is MVP.
The
That's,
most
Morris
stripped out
Day.
individuals on Raw. The Hurt Business.
Yeah, guess what's gonna be disbanded in like 6 months?
Hey,
Probably.
first of all,
NRA.
Hurt Business is the best thing going on Raw outside of Randy.
Yeah, precisely why it's going to be broken up. It's not supposed to be the best thing. You're supposed to hate
Well,
it.
hopefully we get Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley before it happens, okay?
Well, I
Probably
can
not.
already tell you what's gonna happen.
We're not
Well,
gonna-
evidently Bobby Lashley wants Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar wants Bobby Lashley. That's all I got to say about it.
Well, if they want each other, I got no problems. Just do what you want.
Why did I say that? So I wasn't the only one to take that the wrong way, right?
so dope. Brianna.
I cannot stand Brianna sometimes, y'all.
In rare form tonight, folks. You're getting unbridled, unleashed, dog.
Unleashed.
Unleashed.
But you never seen Matt? Well, Matt Riddle used to be in MMA.
Yeah,
He did?
I've seen
UFC.
that. I've seen that bro before. He's the one that comes to the ring without shoes on.
Well, he comes with flip flops and takes the flip flops off.
He's a fucking bro.
But yeah, he was what 4-2,
10
He's on the
and 10 and 3.
10-3.
He's on the trail of beers.
And then got kicked. It's so funny because he got kicked out of UFC due to marijuana,
Yep.
and it just came out this week that is no longer a thing where they can kick you out of the UFC for marijuana.
You think he's gonna go back?
No, he's in WWE making
Yeah.
probably more money than he was in UFC.
Yeah.
Dude's a
True,
bro, man.
I don't know why Goldust is putting selfies up in Calvin Klein draws, but I'm just gonna keep scrolling.
Who?
Hey, what? What?
Goldust.
What? Dustin?
Yeah, Dustin.
Like Gold? I haven't seen Goldust in years. I know this guy named Dustin Rose though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look.
The natural Dustin Rose.
The natural.
That's things I don't want to see though.
Yeah, I'm not. That doesn't have any place in my phone, no sir.
Like Dustin is pushing 50 at this point.
I was going to ask, what was your opinion on Ronda, Alex? Ronda Rousey.
Also cocky.
I was waiting for it.
Like, I want to like Ron. I don't dislike Ronda Rousey, but I don't like her either. Specifically because she's extremely, extremely cocky. And like, I get that part of walking and talking, like walking the walk and talking the talk is what I was trying to say, but my brain short circuited. I get the part of that is coming off as like a cocky asshole who like can't nobody beat my ass, but you could tell that Ronda Rousey legitimately believed that there was nobody that could beat her ass, and there was always a bigger fish.
Oh, she learned twice.
Yeah. If it doesn't matter who you are, how skilled you think you are, there is somebody out there that can beat your ass. Even if you think that you are the top, like the cream of the crop, the tippity top of the pyramid, there is always somebody who is going to manage to drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience because you forgot where you came from. And that's the worst part about being cocky, is that you will forget where you came from, and forgetting where you came from is how you end up it's how you end up pulling a Ronda Rousey.
Funny story. I've given a sermon before.
They what?
I've given a sermon before. Yes, I have preached.
Okay.
Wow.
And that was the topic of my sermon. Don't forget where you came from.
I'm pretty sure that if I tried to preach a sermon, I would spontaneously combust.
I'm pretty. That you were probably right.
I'm keeping real with you, Chief.
Keep it a band, fam.
And that
I wrote a
a
sermon
few years ago.
I wrote a sermon one time when I was in high school. I wrote about Samson and Delilah, and pretty much his whole decline, his incline, and then decline. And I gave it to my dad to look over. I have no idea where it is right now. I'm low-key kind of frustrated.
I would call that subject "These Women Tricky." All right. Other than that, did you really want to talk about Jeffree Star?
I looked into it, thinking about it, and because I was like, "Is this true? This seems weird," and it seems like it's just somebody banking off the fact that Kanye and Kim filed for divorce from Kanye, which surprises approximately nobody because dude's been like knucking futs for like 2 years at this point.
Yeah,
like
that might be cutting it short, but yeah,
like at a minimum 1 to 2 years at this point. Like the kids are not all right, but a rumor came out that apparently Kanye cheated on Kim with Jeffree Star, which initially seemed very, very believable because after Jeffree Star, because I follow some TikTok or not TikTok accounts, but some YouTube and some TikTok accounts, but some YouTube accounts for makeup because I do like to do my makeup, and it was a huge scandal that Shane Dawson had some super fucked up videos that were still up on his page, including one where he pretended to Willow Smith, a poster of Willow Smith, and it led to there was a video that's years old where he pretended to masturbate to a photo, a poster of Willow Smith that was in the window of like a Claire's.
Yikes.
Which is, if you don't know what a Claire's is, it's like a jewelry fashion store that is typically aimed at teenagers. So that's not okay in and of itself. And on top of that, Jeffree has been caught on camera saying the N-word. He called Jackie Aina, who is a black makeup YouTuber, a monkey. He said some other things that were super fucked up, and like at one point, there was a brief redemption for him because he seemed like he was not a racist anymore and who was doing better. And then he got caught up in yet another scandal where it came out that, turns out, surprise, still a racist. And his response to this was to start dating a black man who then who may or may not have robbed him.
Damn.
And
I'm done.
he may or may not have robbed him or robbed him, and then like allegedly he might have been paid to do what he was doing, among other things, and like it was all in an effort to make Jeffree look not racist, which didn't fucking work because everyone saw through it. So when they were like, "Oh, we slept with Kanye," everyone was like, "That's believable." But apparently that is not true. A person on TikTok allegedly made up a rumor, and the same person has made up rumors about other celebrities.
I'm sorry. Ali. I'm watching Ali right now, and this dude does not miss.
They showed the that segment that thing he put on, so I was surprised he did that. But these cameras, bro.
Can we talk about Papa? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Well, also apology accepted. For the record, my biggest pet peeve was being cut off, but I kind of understand in this environment that it's a thing that's going to happen. But also, why is Richmond trending on Twitter?
So basically, evidently there was there was a black individual that got their gun taken or something like that.
Black men were pulled over by police and had 2 weapons taken away while armed white men were allowed at the Capitol.
That's true.
That's why.
RVA, how y'all gonna act?
It's Richmond for you.
We'll storm our.
I'm just happy to see Dio on TV.
See who?
Dio Madden.
Who?
Mace.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Madden. Like Madden 2021?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
All right, words.
Probably words. They were probably going to be words.
They were definitely words.
Fuck.
Because I brought up the fact that you brought up Ali.
Yeah, there.
Then I brought up the cameras, and that's where we stopped.
Hell? What the fuck? What did you, Brian? What did you put in the group?
I don't know why we're asking questions.
What is this? This is my phone. This is my phone. You see this, right?
Yeah.
I just threw it.
Lord.
I haven't checked the group chat. I would
advise you not.
I would highly recommend checking the group.
Because I've been scrolling through the Richmond trending on Twitter, and one of the things is in Richmond is a memorial to Elijah McClain. And if you don't know who Elijah McClain is, he is a young black, well, not just for you guys, but for anybody listening. He is a young black man who loved to play the violin, was generally friendly, and he had anemia. So he had on a ski mask while walking to and from the grocery store in the summertime because he felt cold. And the police stopped him, and he was given a lethal dose of ketamine, I believe.
Yeah, it was ketamine.
And I believe his last words were either "I love you all" or "you were beautiful." And one of the things in Richmond is there is a violin case with a mask, flowers, some other things in it, and a note about how Elijah loved to play the violin, and how everyone should take either a flower or like a card with a printout of what his last words were. And it says everybody should take one, to take a little piece of Elijah with you.
The most infuriating thing, the most infuriating thing about that particular situation, from all the other infuriating things throughout the whole summer, but for me personally, and I imagine you guys felt the same vibe when you watched the videos, when they were at the park playing like a orchestra, not a big orchestra, but they were playing the violin. It was just an orchestra just playing music in the park. And then the police roll up there with tear gas and all this other stuff. And nobody's protesting. They just sitting there watching music, and they just pull up and do what, pigs do and wallow in the mud. So
that really pissed me off too.
Yeah, I can't be the only. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but that was every time I think about Elijah McClain, that God damn it,
dude. We could dedicate a whole series of podcasts to Black Lives Matter and the extrajudicial killing of not just Black people but people as a whole by police. But
that would be a lot of anger going on there.
That would be one that we would have to record, not broadcasting to Facebook, and it would need some heavy fucking editing.
Oh yeah. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
I ain't ready for that. That's why I didn't watch American Skin, because I can't.
Yeah,
because I know how I feel. All right,
I've thought about talking about it on my own, because I can monitor myself, obviously, but just
it's I think the worst part is then I don't know what either of your other work environments are like, but the fact that I work in the environment that I do, with the fact that I technically work for the government again, in the shipyard.
Yeah.
But it kind of it weighs heavy, the fact that I work with people who don't get it.
I am lucky in that it seems like my employers kind of get it, even if they don't fully get it. And they kind of when one of us becomes a hashtag again, they kind of give me my space to deal with it. one of my bosses is actually very proactive about kind of staying on top of issues that pertain to Black folks. To the point where I woke up one morning to a text message from him that said, "Happy Juneteenth." Like, I didn't say anything about Juneteenth at work or anything like that, especially because, it was during a pandemic, so I couldn't have said anything at work. And the previous year, I hadn't said anything either, but both years he just kind of popped in and went, "Happy Juneteenth." So I'm lucky in that a lot of my coworkers are Black, first of all. Like,
yeah, I just talk to the people that get it, and then if you don't get it, then I just won't. I will keep it cordial with you, but it's just I know that there's just certain things not to really bring up in that environment. And then I keep to myself most of the time outside of my circle. So I'm there, I do what I need to do. And then if you're not somebody that I know I can kind of have those conversations with, then I just won't.
That's the way to do it.
Main thing that I hate is it usually gets me is when they talk about it like they get it, like they get it, and then they say it out loud that they don't get it. Yeah,
but my thing also is because I'm that type of person is we saw how many people were started to really seemingly get it. We saw a lot of more support going through. I was like, well, for me, it felt like a lot of that support just seemed too good to be true. And if you've seen some of the things I say, it's like it seems to be like a trend now. So when it got to that point where like the NFL, look at all the sports doing it now. You see a lot of commercials about it now. It's like, well, it seems like you guys are just doing it now just to say, hey, look what we're doing. We're supporting you. Give us a cookie type thing.
I'm actually sitting here like counting out my coworkers, just the ones that work in my office, not even including the government workers that we're contracted to. And of the of the 9 of us, 5 of us are Black.
I work at a pretty decently mixed school, so.
But technically over half of us are Black, which is weird to me. Like, I didn't realize how weird it was to me until I was like walking into work and like just casually talking with my coworkers. We would code switch whenever our boss came around, and then I would go home and I would be talking to some of my other friends, and they're like, "How many Black coworkers do you have that y'all can code switch at work?" And I was like, "What? Oh, that is weird, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, over half of us are Black."
And code switching is it's second nature at this point. Because I've been and this is something I've always hated, that I sound like a white person. Yeah. But that's just how I talk. If I don't know you, I'm going to talk to you as proper as possible.
Yeah.
Now, Breon, now when I'm around people that I know, I don't care anymore. Like, bruh, I will go from like bike up. around people I don't know, I'll say, all right, I move back. But then when I relax, like, bike.
I just saw a McDonald's commercial, and now I'm craving French fries, but I don't have the money to go get them.
I don't want to talk about McDonald's until they give me the exact order I want, and I'm not going to go.
You don't need the McDonald's.
Actually, I might go get them tomorrow.
Okay, so this past weekend, my partner and we ordered Postmates, McDonald's via Postmates. And what we ordered was, because I wasn't feeling well and I just wanted something that was salted, and he just wanted fries, we ordered 4 large fries. That's all we ordered.
That sounds like fucking heaven.
I don't know how this happened, but our order got fucked up so badly. And I think they had to switch the bags with somebody else that we ended up with like a strawberry shake, 3 cheeseburgers, a medium fry, 2 cookies, and something else. And like, I did not, Rob opened the bag initially and was like, "You only ordered 1 thing of fries?" And I was like, "No, I ordered 4 large fries." And he was like, "There's only 1 container of fries in here." And I was like, "That doesn't make any sense." And he's like, "Yeah, there's 1 thing of fries, some food." And then I finally sit up because I have a migraine. And so when I had a migraine, or when I have a migraine, sometimes the only thing that I want to eat is something salty because I'm nauseous. So I sit my sick ass up to look in the bag, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't even close to what I ordered." But like, the real loser is whoever ordered all of that food and then just got 4 large fries.
So I don't know that your situation could be right, or maybe the idiot that did that delivered your Postmates gave the wrong number to McDonald's, because the way McDonald's works, I do DoorDash. Yeah. So McDonald's, when you go in there and you order your food and you order the DoorDash food or whatever delivery you're making, they ask you for the last 3 numbers on the order. So maybe there was a loss in translation there. Maybe they gave them the wrong bag, gave the other person the other bag. I don't know. It's just hilarious how that works. But I hate going to McDonald's, especially the one in Churchland.
Oh, wait, there's a McDonald's right down the street from me, so.
Oh, no, not that one. The other one that is like past Western Branch.
Yeah, that one's the worst.
Like, I went there and I had an order. I was waiting like 30 minutes for the order. And it was a decent price order, because if I was waiting that long in the McDonald's for an order, I'm not going to be there for long. And so the lady walks past me. I say, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm waiting on an order." And she walks right past me as if I'm not talking. And 3 people right behind me are looking like, "Did she just really do that?" I was like, "You know what? I ain't got time for this. I'm losing money." I just walked down.
So I used to do Uber Eats, DoorDash, and well, no, not DoorDash. I did Uber Eats, Postmates, and I was supposed to do DoorDash, but I don't think I ever actually got like started and established with DoorDash. And just like the shit people would order and the hours at which they would order it. Like, you knew when somebody was drunk or high and they were ordering, because it would be like 9:30 at night and they want 3 milkshakes, 4 large fries, 6 cheeseburgers, and a cookie. Just 1 cookie. And you're like, really?
Yeah.
Really? And it's always from the McDonald's that's like 3 minutes up the street from them. Which I can't talk because I ordered from the McDonald's 3 minutes up the street from me. But
those are the best ones though, because and usually they pay good. Like, I used to do it in downtown Portsmouth, and the McDonald's right there in London Boulevard.
Is that John Cena?
No. Yes.
Where?
He lost weight.
No. Who's John Cena?
What?
Who's John Cena?
Are you serious? No, you're not doing this to me again. Nope. No, he's not doing it. Nope. Where, Alex? Where do you see him? Oh,
I don't see.
You can't. That's I
can't see him. It's John Cena.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender where they ask Toph to look for something? Or no, they're looking for something and Toph goes, "I can't see anything." Or, "There it is. I see it over there." And then Sokka turns around and goes, "Where?" And Toph just goes.
I was also thinking about the same one where he's like, "Oh, it's so dark, I can't see a thing." So,
"Oh no, what a nightmare."
Sorry. He's like, "Sorry." And then what's the other one where he's like, he's like, here, can you explain what this is? Like, I don't know. Seriously, what's with you people?
No, my favorite is when he like draws a picture, and Katara is just like, what am I looking at? And then Toph goes, I think it looks fantastic. And then he goes, well, thank you. I worked for. Why do you feel the need to do that?
Yo, I'm mad. It named this dude Hugh Can't See Me. I'm just now noticing that, and I'm dying.
Oh.
But if all hearts and minds are clear, I think that'll do it for the episode this week. We've covered quite a bit. Any final thoughts?
I got nothing.
I want to advise everybody, especially people of color, to be careful when out and about this week. Travel with a buddy.
Oh my gosh, yes.
There have been threats of violence against people of color, specifically Black folks and specifically Black women. And this week is the inauguration week. So stay vigilant. Try to travel with a buddy or with someone who knows, or at least if you can't travel with a buddy, somebody knows where you are, where you're going, what your plans are. You keep them updated. Just stay vigilant and stay safe. And also, the Parler hack is extremely fucking hilarious. And I don't think I don't think Ant is going to let me go into why it's fucking hilarious because we're running out of time.
I'm genuinely curious as to why it's hilarious.
Go ahead.
Can I?
Yes.
I can do it?
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, the speed in which Parler was developed should have been a big ass sign that this website was not going to be a secure website. Second of all, to gain access to some basic ass features on Parler like messaging, you had to submit, or you would have to register as a verified citizen, which meant that you had to provide a state issued ID like a fucking driver's license with all of your personal information on it in order to get access to these very simple features, which any reputable website, like they might charge you to message more than X amount of times in a day, but no reputable website is going to make the entire messaging portion of an application contingent on you giving them PII. Third of all, like some people had to submit their social security numbers. Way too many people submitted their social security numbers to Parler to become verified citizens. So like this whole thing initially screamed that it was either a website that was run by fucking idiots or it was a blatantly obvious honeypot for people's personal information. And then what made it better is that when Parler was outed as one of the main sources of the insurrection that happened in Washington, and I'm sorry if I'm babbling or if I sound like I'm speaking Greek.
No, you're good. You're good.
But when it was found out that Parler was one of the main sources of of planning for the insurrection, everybody that provided any kind of fucking support to Parler pulled out, to include their security company. So what little bit of cybersecurity that they had was gone. On top of the website, considering how quickly it came up, more than likely the website was based off of some kind of open source template that was changed very, very little, which is a security risk in and of itself. And but when their security company pulled out, obviously there's nobody to stop you from getting any of the information. And then the entire website, the entire application was archived by somebody whose username ended in NB, ENBY, which is the short version of non-binary. So somebody's non-binary relative managed to archive the entirety of Parler. And the best part is nothing that they did was illegal, because archiving a website is not illegal as long as you are not deliberately seeking out personally identifying information and publishing it in such a way to cause harm to other people or for personal gain. But if they put that personal information out there and you archive the website, and one of those posts with their personal information is on there and happens to get archived, that's on them, not you. Internet safety. And the best part of all of this is that the Parler hack might not have even been necessary for a lot of these people that are being picked up by the FBI. Because first of all, a lot of these people that are ending up on no-fly lists are ending up there as a direct result of the Parler hack. But more importantly, people's relatives are turning them in. There was one young woman who I think she was like college aged, who admitted that part of the reason that she turned her family in for their participation at Washington is because they kicked her out of the house for participating in Black Lives Matter protests.
I saw that.
So on top of Parler just being a genuinely insecure website, like it was, I can't even say that it was a good idea poorly executed. It was a shit ass idea that was executed accordingly.
And boy, I don't know. They was like, no. I was like, I probably, if they had did, you've seen the movie Olympus Has Fallen, right? Everybody's here seen that movie, right? If they had did something like that, something like it, not exactly that, but something like it, I would have been worried. But the fact it was just a bunch of people just running up there and said, okay, we did this. Now what? Now let's go do this. That's
also the one guy that showed up with like the Viking helmet with the horns and the face paint and the fur pelt. They started calling him Chewbacca. Like QAnon and Chewbacca put together. Chewbacca.
Yeah.
I've started calling them Ain't Got No Tifa.
Ain't Got No Tifa. I heard somebody on TikTok call him Y'all Qaeda.
Y'all Qaeda.
Vanilla ISIS.
But yeah, the whole, like, from the beginning, Parler was very obviously like, and maybe it existed before all of this happened. I don't know. But from what I've seen, Parler was established very quickly. And anything done right ain't done fast. With the exception of a few things. And cybersecurity ain't one of those exceptions. Building a website ain't one of those exceptions. Anything done fast ain't done good. Especially in cybersecurity and web developing. Shit takes time.
Facts.
I was just one of my biggest things on this has been that the fact that I've never seen so many white people get rounded up by the police, except in montages from mafia crime movies. That's the only time I've seen it.
That they were lured away from their initial goal with a stick. Never gonna get over that. They were lured away with a fucking stick.
It's the funniest thing ever. I laughed the entire time watching it. I wasn't even mad. I was laughing because I'm like, these people are all going to prison. First of all, I was like, they're all going to prison.
I would like to petition that the name of this podcast be something like Y'all Qaeda and Sticks.
We should do that.
Y'all
Qaeda and Sticks.
Y'all Qaeda and Sticks.
Because like there was no, if it had been like Olympus Has Fallen, I was like, well, there's something. They did something, but they didn't do anything. Like,
literally, my biggest concern is that oftentimes a lot of the shit that goes down in the Capitol tends to trickle down here.
Yeah, So
that's my primary worry, is that the shit happening in the Capitol is going to trickle down here. But without going into too many words, you know me, and you know, like the thought process that I have about things like that when they may happen. So
my final thought is please be safe. If you
please
I don't even want to talk to the citizens. I don't even want to talk to regular people right now. I want to talk to if you hear this and you're out there, like, on the guard post. I don't know if I can directly do this, but I want y'all to just be safe. Pray for those guardsmen out there because they got to deal with a lot right now.
Please, for the love of God, be smart, be safe, be vigilant. And for the motherfuckers making it hard for them, who made it hard for them last week and ended up on a no-fly list, among other things, I have a little song for you. Ooh. If you're not seeing you're fired, it's your fault. If you're not seeing you're fired, it's your fault. Well, you were spotted in the mob and you lost your fucking job. If you're not seeing you're fired, it's your fault.
You should we should put that to a beat and sell it. I bet it'll go viral. I'm saying with all the other music that's gone viral nowadays.
Look, if me singing "If You're Not Saying You're Fired, It's Your Fault" goes viral, I have to track down like 3 other Twitter accounts that have made some variation of it because I'm not the first one.
Oh, I think I heard "If You're Racist and You're Fired, It's Your Fault."
Oh no, that one was me. If you're racist and you're fired, it's your fault.
But yeah, just if you're a National Guardsman and you're out there, or if you're any form of law enforcement out there this week and you're tasked with protecting that whole inauguration, just be safe. Because I know y'all are in probably the toughest position right now because there's not just your leadership, there are people like higher ups who are counting on you to do something that is probably way above your pay grade.
Yeah,
and I want to let you know, if you're listening to this, I want to let you know as a vet myself that I've been in that position and it's scary, but I believe in you. You don't know me, but I believe in you.
Yep. And my personal political views aside, I do want everyone to come out of this weekend, the inauguration, everything. I want everybody to come out unharmed, alive, safe, everything. I want everybody to be able to go home to their families.
However, the people who deserve to go to prison should definitely go to prison.
If you're racist and you're fired, it's your fault.
Breon, any thoughts? Been quiet for the last 20 minutes, sir. Or
is DJ Good Talk coming to you live?
I have no idea why, but that song where it's like, you ain't shit, your dog ain't shit, you got a cute nephew, but his uncle a bitch. I don't know why that's suddenly stuck into my head.
This is like the second week in a row that Breon has like, and watch as soon as we end it. As soon as we end it, he's gonna pop in like, yeah, what's going on? Like, nigga, we just ended the podcast.
Here, I know this is another beer. Has anybody else had Wendy's breakfast?
I have had Wendy's breakfast.
Is it good?
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
That's pretty solid.
I can't have all of there's some menu items I can't have because and it gets stuck in my brackets, or rather I can have them if I'm willing to deal with the annoyance of them being stuck in my brackets. But it's pretty good.
I keep seeing. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of food commercials recently, and
I've been talking to Rocky about old wrestling for the last 30 minutes now. It's hilarious.
I did have nacho fries. The nacho fries are still amazing. I don't know if you guys have had those yet. They're still amazing.
Zaxby's, they have this sandwich that's amazing too. It was like, oh my gosh, it's better than Chick-fil-A. But that's just me. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. You all stay safe out here. Don't do anything stupid. Do your best to stay COVID free.
Sorry. I found the song.
But you all have a great one. We'll see you all later. Peace, love, and Pop Tarts.
Have a good one.
Yeah.